What is going on, everyone? I bet you're wondering, like Lazy Guy has just pointed out on YouTube, what is this? So I was live, we'll go to Facecam first. I was live less than, I don't know, an hour ago. Let's have a look, because we can take a look at when I was last live. Of course, my hair's doing the wild things, but I was live 2 hours ago. And I decided to wrap up because I got tired. ADHD, which is what I suffer from, but I say suffer, but it's what I have in my system, is a bitch. And why is it a bitch? Because the moment I went down, I consumed food, like a normal human does. My dumbass then decided I'm gonna get energy out of nowhere. So I said, you know what? I messaged my best friend and I told her, because obviously I told her I was feeling tired and I felt drained like fuck. And basically I said, I now have to burn off my energy, so I'm going live again. For fuck's sake. I swear to God. My best friend is a nutter. Like, she's a crazy one. She's a weird one, but what would we do without them? What would we do without the crazy best friends? The ones that make you question who the fuck allowed this person off the production line. I'm kidding. If she's watching right now, she's going to fucking kill me, I swear. But we are going live again. I don't know how many people are watching. We got a few people. A few. I say a few. We got a few. So what we're gonna do? First, I need to figure out where my Spotify went, because we are going to the game screen. And as we can see there, we have Princess on screen. Is my counter still working? Good, good. Counters working, counters are working. Good. I'm gonna laugh if I find this fucking shiny now. Don't kill Yoshi. Yoshi's not even on this stream. I love the playback. So I just sent them the voice notes. Yo, Lazy Guy says hi. I also say hi to the Lazy Guy. We love the Lazy Guy. Whew. Well, it's getting warmer at night, but it's fine. I also need to make sure that this works. Testing all chats. So that one works. I need to make sure that the TikToks work. I love how my friend who came into my stream earlier is now live again. But I can't find me on TikTok. being live. So that's a little concerning. I should be live on TikTok. Unless I gotta just scroll through. It says I'm live on TikTok, so I'm just gotta double check. I wonder, why can't I see my own live stream like I normally have in the past? Unless I'm not live on the TikTok side of things? I must be, because it's there. TikTok's busted. Right. I think I need to just check something with TikTok on my computer. It says I'm live. Yeah, please don't promote yourself. That's just rude. So what I'm gonna do is clear all of that because someone called Phil decided to ruin that. Yo, what is up, Mr. Sprites? And we got a lot of people in. You seem familiar, not gonna lie. Don't know why. I mean, I guess that's a good thing. Right, let's go with the Charmanders. And just continue with the stream. Well, welcome on in, Mr. Sprites. Right. Who is that? I've never heard of them. Oh, shit. I didn't know that's what he was called. I'll take the fucking compliment. Dude, I'm going to have to actually look it up now because I feel like I know the meme you're referencing. Oh, shit. This guy. Shit, he's actually born 2 days before me as well. That's actually kind of scary. Okay. It's the Giga Chad guy, the Russian guy. Right, okay. You know what? I'll take the compliment. That's actually really fucking clever. You know what? I'll take the compliment. I am not used to those compliments. Yo, W Sparks. Yo, W Pokemon Shiny Hunter. Welcome on in. We got no Shiny Charmander yet, so not exactly a W. Dude, it has been a while. My neck's still stiff. But at least it's popping a bit more. Have fun, Mr. Sprites. Yes, bro, you're looking very well and healthy. The gym goals are evident. Well done. I swear I know this person. Vero, do I recognize you? You've been here before, haven't you? Or did you change your name? Because I recognize the profile picture. That's what I was going to say. I recognize the profile picture. What was your username before? Because your username is definitely different. Yes, Feb. Feb. I remember someone called Feb. You were Feb, weren't you? I was going to say, why? Febnet, that's the one. I was going to say, you changed your fucking username. What the fuck? What made you change your username? I was gonna say, you fucking disappeared. Yeah, we played TCG. Dude, welcome back. Like, I shit you not. The amount of time that I've been in the gym. Hey, you have a channel now. Let's go. I won't lie. Have kind of slacked on the gym a little bit. But other than that, we're going back to it as per normal. You know what? I did stream earlier. I got a little tired, had food, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I got energy. We need to burn this energy. Too late for me to go to the gym at this hour. Because otherwise, I'm not coming out of there. Because normally when I go to the gym, it's like 2 to 3 hour sessions. But then I was like, you know, fuck it, I'll stream again because I have an itch to shiny hunt more. I was like, I don't know why I got tired. I normally stream for longer than 4 hours. And I pulled a 7.5 hour stream before. So I was like, you know, fuck it, I can do this. I'm going live again on all the platforms yet again. And here we are. I decided, screw it, we're going live again. I went live about 1:30, 2 o'clock-ish. Yes, my channel is, I've been working. Ah, shit. Yeah, you live in Indonesia. That's why I never see you around anymore. Because I'm like, this guy's just fucking gone. Dude, I'm going to ask a question. If it is currently 3:30 in the morning, I appreciate you stopping by. But sleep is important. Also, shout out to the 2 modest Charmanders with almost the exact same stats. I was going to say, I was confused for a second. I also need to make sure that I've got the counter up to date. Okay. Okay, so we've got this tab pulled open. And did I update the counter to reflect the changes? Yes, yes I did. Good, good. But everyone's watching on the second channel. That's crazy. God, I could catch you. It's painful to shiny hunt. You have more patience than me. I would be doing it with speed boost. I would too, but these are the Switch versions. As in Nintendo Switch 1 and 2 edition. So I can't exactly speed it up because speed up don't exist. All I can do is basically just pray to God that this... I have it on emulator as well, but then there's no official way for me to move them to Pokemon Home or Bank or whatever I would do. I did, however, pay $40 for these two games put together because they're like 20 each on the eShop. So I was like, you know, fuck it, I'll just do it. Because then I can complete the Pokedex and I need to trade with myself. It's either I buy 2 Fire Reds or 2 Leaf Greens. And realistically, I have 4 Switches, so what I could have done was get... Yeah, Nintendo are very controlling micromanaged game. They kind of are. But you know what I would do just for shits and giggles? Because I have 4 Switches, I would have bought the games 4 times and just 4-way hunted for it. Shit, I might actually fucking do that. Hold on a minute. Chat, I might actually fucking do that. That's bad of me. I might actually do that. Because then when it comes to Deoxys, I just beat the game 4 times. And then go after the fucking bastard. I just have... Sure, it's $80, then I would have just bought the games twice. But I would have 2 Leaf Greens and 2 Fire Reds. I won't lie. I'm genuinely tempted to fucking do that. I'm actually tempted to do that. Because the thing is, in this version, to get Deoxys, you need the Aurora ticket, but they give you that upon beating the Elite Four. So realistically, once I beat Kanto's Elite Four, 4 times, 1 per save file, I get the Aurora ticket and the other ticket that gives me access to Naval Rock, which gives me Ho-Oh or Lugia. I could just go after the fucking Deoxys 4 times. And just be like, boom, not shiny. Boom, not shiny. Boom, not shiny. I could just genuinely do that. It sounds really bad, but who would stop me? Like, who's gonna stop me from doing that? I actually might do that. Just for fun. Because I'd have 2 Leaf Greens. Yo, we're getting a raid already? Yo, PokeGardener, thank you for the raid. I only just went live again. Dude, why are you not a moderator? Let's fix that, shall we? I need to fix that. Why are you not mod? I swear I made you a moderator. There we go. Now the problem has been fixed. Now we have the moderator. You know what? That kind of weirdly checks out. I appreciate you for the raid. How was your stream? I saw you were playing Pokopia. Sorry, almost got the name wrong. How's the hunt going? Brutal. I got tired earlier, so I decided to try and nap, but then I said, nah, I'm kind of hungry. It's time I go and have dinner. So I went downstairs, had dinner. All of a sudden, like I ate a sensu bean, boost of energy, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm going live again. So here we are. We're live again. And I won't lie, I'm tempted to buy fucking Pokemon Fire and Leaf Green a second time. And make like a quick update layout just so you know what, we're 4-way hunting this bitch now. I'm liking it so far. Bit of work though. It's a bit of fun. Yeah, I know that feeling. Have you been tracking attempts? Yes. Pokopia is a game that I do definitely want to get at some point, but it's not on my immediately to grab list. I'm not gonna lie, I'm genuinely tempted to buy Fire Red Leaf Green for my other 2 Switches right now. And make a slightly tweaked version of this layout, which means, unfortunately, I may have to tweak the design just a tad. But it's going to be real hard on the Shorts tab, because then it'll be like 2 Fire Reds and 2 Leaf Greens. I got it quickly because Cam, Cloud, and I had an idea for a collab. You know what? That kind of sounds fun. But at some point, I will be buying Fire Red Leaf Green a second time to go after Deoxys. Sure, I have it set on physical cartridges, but the only downside for me to hunt Deoxys, it would only be that I wouldn't have this type of layout anymore on the TikTok or YouTube Shorts type, where it's just like me here and then game 1 and game 2 above and below me. Because then if I have 4 games, that's gonna look a little harder. Which means I'd have to do something different. But for what I've got it set up as, having 2 of them like this isn't so bad. It just means I'd have to make the screen smaller on those type of things. I will say I'm planning to shiny hunt the starters. You know what? I feel that shiny hunting these starters is a pain. Let's not name these Charmanders. Because they're definitely not going to be called Got Animate and Mild. They're not shiny. I'd say the updated layout I'd have to do is probably make the games be like... Up there would be like a full face cam, and then it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then a bottom bit, and it'll just have Deoxys. I'd have to figure out what I'm doing, but I'm pretty sure I could get there. Yo, pretty sure that's my nephew jumping in. You'll get the shiny soon. Just to confirm, Finley, that you? Well, I'm currently doing what I call the the Sage of 6 Pass hunt. Damn. It is indeed I. Cool, moderator. You've now got mod access, so if people be naughty, you can ban. Also, Finley, are you getting these games? Because they are very cheap. Welcome back, Princess Tawny. I was going to say, I got the name. You had to fix your Wi-Fi. What was up with the Wi-Fi? So yeah, possibly. I think you will love these games, Finley. These are the games that I grew up on, so there's just generations 1 through 3. Basically, that means all the way from Bulbasaur to Deoxys. So there's no Sinnoh Pokemon, there's no Unova, Kalos, Alola, Gallo, Paldea. The wind knocks the router out. Damn. It's gonna make a joke. Why is your router outside? So yeah. Fire Red Leaf Green is just generations 1 through 3. So you go from Pokemon 001 to 386, which is Deoxys. So yeah, good luck with that. So there'll be no like Gliscor, There's no Mamoswine, there's no Glaceon or Leafeon yet. These basically came out in 2004. So I was 3 years old when these games came out. And they're remakes of the ones that your mum grew up on. You can't access Crobat, Espeon, Umbreon until post-game either. Exactly. That is mounted on the wall. Ah, fair enough. I completely forgot people can mount their Wi-Fi routers to their walls. Espeon and Umbreon aren't in Fire Red Leaf Green. Technically, you're right, Tawny, because you need Ruby, Sapphire, or Emerald to move them over. So technically, they are what they like to call unobtainable. Also, Blissey is not until post-game either. Also, there is no such thing as a Happiny yet, which is Chansey's pre-evolution. So a lot of the good Pokemon don't exist yet. Alright, man, I'd love to hang out more, but I gotta get ready for a recording session with Cam, so I'll catch you later. Yo, tell Cam I said hi. Also, Harpy said hi. Also, we got 297 likes on the TikTok. Impish and Hardy, damn. It's grayed out. You look like you've lost a lot of weight. Finley, I haven't lost that much since you last saw me. Mate, you saw me like... My Pokedex is at 69 entries. Nice. You haven't seen me since the wedding. That's right, I went to a wedding for my uncle's wedding, and it was a good wedding. Food was shit, though. I don't know, you look different. Dude, I'm just slimmer. I've had the beard trimmed, that's probably why. Dude, that pizza was shit. I had to tell my best friend about it because she was originally coming, but then she didn't make it in time. But she's like, "How was the pizza?" I went, "Shit." I doubt my uncle's watching this, but it was bad. That wasn't even onion, Finlay. That was like fucking jam or some shit. It was like caramelized jam or some fucking other weird bullshit. The sweet corn pizza wasn't too bad. It's the other one that tasted weird. Hey, I gotta say, I gotta recognize the people that come in. That's why I said your profile picture looked familiar. That's why I was like, I have to question who it was. Good chips though, even, yeah. The chips were nice, because you can't go wrong with chips. The pizza, that was disappointing. That's why we had a fry up before we went to the wedding, because we knew the food wasn't going to be good. Sounds horrible when you know the food's going to be bad. I'm actually tempted to just try and make a new version of the set. I had Domino's that... You had pizza after pizza, for fuck's sake. Oh, god damn it, Finley. Why does that not surprise me? Like, in the slightest. And let me guess, that was your mum's idea. doesn't surprise me. I had pizza at 2 of my friend's house 2 days before as well. You know what? Pizza's pizza. It's just bread and sauce. You know, I actually am tempted to just buy more copies of this game. I don't have the other Switch plugged in at the moment, but I might. I might actually. I might actually have room for it, you know. Chat, how we feeling? Because the TikTok side of things and the YouTube Shorts, because I'm live on all channels right now, including Twitch and YouTube. You guys on the Shorts would only see 2 of the screens, which is kind of bad. Because I was thinking of including 2 more, which means I'd get rid of the chat temporarily, or yeah, I'd have to. Nah, I feel like the way I've got it hunting the starters with just 2 switches is probably good enough. I don't know. My brain was trying to be clever and basically said, fuck it. Let's go and get 2 more copies of Fire Red and Leaf Green. Let me get the other 2 switches set up. And let me just fucking... boom! 4-way hunt this fucking lizard into oblivion. Oh, we're at 1,000 likes. Let's go. Because if I did do that, and I did pull up, it means the Shorts tab wouldn't see anything. Everyone on the YouTube and TikTok, well, mostly on the YouTube, who wants to see me 4-way hunt this bastard? Or should we stick to 2 screens for now? Because I know a few people from the first stream when we had like 57 people watching, they loved looking over here and seeing chat on the main screens. On the Shorts tab, you guys can't see shit. So if you're watching on YouTube and Twitch, you can see the TikTok people talking, the YouTube people talking, the other YouTube people talking, or yourselves. How deep am I in? Well, that depends. 1,340. Which means I'll be going up 4 encounters at a time. But welcome on in, Mohawk. So I'm literally just doing this. I was going to say, if one of those was shiny, I was like, well, that answers your question because we won't need to go and buy 2 more copies. So, who would be open to watch me 4-way hunt this little fucking lizard? I got a Bashful and a Quiet one. I haven't seen a Quiet Charmander in a while. So the real question is, guys, do we want to just do the 2 screen hunts or should I bump it to 4? Because that way it might be a little bit more fun. Or should we just leave it as we got it for now? Because I'm thinking of leaving it on 2 for now. I'm actually going to test something. Bear with me 1 second, guys. Because the shorts one is going to be a little fucked if I do this. So bear with. I can't see shit right now. Actually, no, I can. I just got to look on the other monitors. If I do this, and I wonder, how could I make this work without breaking it fully? I feel like I'd have to shrink the screens down a little bit just to get 4 of them on the screen. Or I do this, and then I'll have 2 smaller ones. But then how will you see them? It'll be more of a... They're smaller, but at like the bottom of the screen. I feel like this could work. But then it's... I think I had an idea. I think what I do is I make duplicates of the screens, shrink them a little bit, move them into their correct positions, and then make duplicates of said duplicates. And then so if I turn the big screens off, and then move my webcam upward a little bit, if I can make a copy of that, and instead we make it, I don't know, a vertical camera like that, then shit don't look so bad. But then I need to move that one down a little bit. I'd say probably move these two upwards. And then move these ones downwards. I'd have to find a way to make 4 identical squares without breaking the webcam illusion. Because I would want to keep my webcam a good, decent size. So the other way of doing it is basically that in there. Remove the border. Like that. Like so. And then duplicate those 2 squares. And then do that again. You know what? I think I can do this. I think I could do this. It just means that I'd have to move the counter. Actually, if I move the camera a little bit more down now, that doesn't ruin the illusion for where Charmander would sit. It just means anyone watching on the Shorts tab is going to be a little bit fucked. But that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. It just means you'll only see 2 screens instead of 4. Unless I do some tweaks. Bear with, I gotta go and find the background again. Pokemon Fire Red Switch. Mute. Okay, bear with, I'm about to do a thing. I'm gonna make sure that this is in HD. Yes, it is. Good, good, good. Cool. Go from there. Fuck. Come on, go back, go back. I gotta wait for the print screen option to show up. Because I'm gonna have to steal that background again from the Pokemon teaser trailer. Now. Damn it. Too quick. Nope. Got the Game Boy in the background. Got it. Cool. I got the background back, so that's good. So what I'm going to do is flip that way. What I'm going to do is save that in there. Cool. So I got the background back. So then I do this. Cool. So now if I fiddle with it a little bit more, like that, then that to that. And if I make this camera's border white, instead of that nice border we've got of that grey, if I make it white, it's going to pop out a little bit better. And then if I make this one have the gradient, Let's see. How high is the Charmander? So Charmander would be just there. So I need to lower the webcam a little lower then. Because Charmander would be directly here. The other thing I could do is move the box a little higher to counteract that, and then I could theoretically bring the webcam up a little bit, and then so if I make these boxes a little smaller, or give them a coloration tool, color overlay of that nice shade, and didn't make it a hue and just made it that color, then that wouldn't be too bad now, would it? So, if I do this and copy layer styles and paste it onto all three, paste, and make Paste layer style. I feel like I could get away with this a little bit better. So if I put that there, and then, I don't know, do a thing. So what I'm going to do is go here. And go this, 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 and this. All merge into one layer. Because now I can go into all these individual layers. No. Go in there. That plus that plus that plus that plus that. Empty them out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save this as a PNG and then put, instead of as a copy, 4-way hunt. Chat, I'm gonna test something because my curiosity has been piqued. So what I'm going to do where's the image? It's that one. So if I make a duplicate, paste as duplicate, and remove that underneath the fire red, and change that to the 4-way version I just made, which means, in theory, chat, this is just a hypothetical, so I'm going to paste this camera as a reference. So I'm going to turn the other DSLR version of me off. So my camera is going to be a little scuffed, but it just means that if I do, I'm confined to a shit like this. And I don't know how we feel about that. Because if I do that, then we're confined to a small square, basically like this on YouTube. Which means then if I did get 4-way screens going, it just means that my idea is going to be a little messy. Whereas like that, then I get a bit of a wider camera. It just means anything on TikTok is basically a no-go. Because it means it will be just YouTube and Twitch. Because then that means that the Charmander needs to be copied and pasted as a duplicate. But then that means the Charmander can be larger. And the counter. Copy. Paste as a ref duplicate. Would still work. Because if I do this, the counter still works. It just means now I have a larger scale Charmander to deal with. How are we thinking on the YouTube and Twitch side? Should we go 4-way hunting? Because if I do, it just means that the screens are a little bit more. If I was to do this and test it, the screen's widths are not correct. Which realistically means I fucked up somewhere. Which is why I'm saying, as a hypothetical, so what I need to do is print a screen of the actual gameplay into Photoshop. Yes, I know this is really scuffed. Bear with, we're working on it. Which means if I was to remove the background, paste this in there instead, then I can get a rough outline of where each shape needs to go. Because then basically that is there. And then I can turn the bottom layer off, delete that, make a copy of that, paste that in the top corner as well. And delete the bottom two, because now these two will make a almost synthetic version. Duplicate, drag them down to the bottom of the screen. Because now I can do this, have a big middle thing in the screen, and then lift that to the top, almost in the middle of the screen. and have my camera there, just a little higher, and then bring that in and make a duplicate of that. And now that works a little better for a 4-way hunt. If I move that over a little and up a little, yeah, that looks about good. So now, if I make that, and that all have a copy and merge into layer 28, on the duplicated layer, because then I could find a way to keep the chat integrated. I just gotta find a way to make it all work. Because the chat isn't that big. Because if I find a way to integrate it all thoroughly, then I can keep the chat going. Like if I was to move the camera here, then chat would be a lot smaller. Nah, I want to test something because then I just ditched the live chat on the screen. I want to test something. So that is the DSLR copy. I don't have to be as exactly widthed out, but still pretty like confined to a smaller square, which means I don't know how many Charmanders we're on right now. So I'm just going to assume that this is the recent one. And that one goes up with it. Because what I could have done is put Charmanders down here. I lifted the camera up a bit. Yeah, because if I shrink the Charmander and put him there, I could realistically have put Charmander anywhere. So I could put Charmander here, the switch counter there. And then if I did the chatbot, I could create a duplicate. Is it going to let me to paste a reference? if I do, it means I'd have to put chat above me. Like that. Or I have to make like... Yeah, I'd have to put chat here. In the corner. I'm gonna just do like a long test message. And see how long it gets. So... Then you can barely even read that. Which means I would have to probably get rid of it altogether. Yeah, I'd have to get rid of it altogether. So if I want a four-way hunt like this, I'd have to get rid of the chats. Which is understandable. But the problem is, I can't have all four switches running simultaneously. So it'll go back to this for the time being. Oh shit, it also shrinks. So if they shrink, it shrinks too. Damn. Right, so... Yep, completely forgot it does that. Okay, so... Okay, so now they're back to being big again. I just want to check. That switch charging stuff. Two switches are unplugged. Very interesting. So at some point I'll have to charge the other two. But we do have a potential four-way hunt switch layout going. So what I'll do is I'll save that for four-way hunts. Because then at some point I can four-way hunt this bastard. Well, really any Pokemon in Fire Red, Blue, Green. Okay, that will do for now. they're definitely the same screen, so how does that fit in there? Right, so if I can get to this screen and reconfigure everything back, that is what it should be. If I can like hide some of the orange, then that's fine. Just a little bit more like that. Like that, and then a little down, a little bit more like that, and then yeah, so that is what I want it to be. And then that. Cool. So that's where it's going to be for now, I guess. How was it looking before this? More like that. And then same with this one. I wanna stretch it out a little bit more just so it feels about the same. Cool. Right, I need to try and tweak this one a little bit. Pokemon info. That's better. I just want to figure out what the fuck is going on. I don't know. Should I try and get the other two switch stocks to try and turn on? let's see. Let's see if I can try and get it to work. Right, so if that works. Yeah, so I accidentally bought. Nice, so I can have 3 copies of it. Right, so that's done. Okay, cool. So I managed to get a third one going, but it's just getting the... Just gotta wait for a third switch to charge up now. bitch.